Now entering the realm of Ty and Slob, now in syndication.
Lauren Tannehill, good Lord, have you seen Ryan Tannehill's wife lately? I would give up my firstborn manatee just so I could slide my tongue right between her butt cheeks.
Hello and welcome back to week 5 of Ty and Slob, now in syndication. I'm Ty, he's Slob. An interesting week, interesting developments. First of all, Nambo's getting married. How about that? Has nothing. It's not football related at all. But I mean, if we were to really analyze this, getting married is like getting a franchise tag, correct? Or is it hanging your jersey in the rafters? Like you're retiring from the dating.
I think it's signing a long-term deal with guarantees. You know? I mean, it's just a long guaranteed contract. He's getting the Russell, I was going to say Russell Wilson. I always do that. The Russell Westbrook Supermax. He's getting the
$200+ million deal.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting married, that's good for what, 5 years? So, I mean, except Russell Westbrook gets $205 million. And I guess
Nambo gets a Subaru hatchback,
like sweater vests and Subarus.
Yeah. Well, he's getting married. It's a great move, I think, at this point in his career. Now we remember Texas Nambo versus Oregon Nambo. Production slipped a little bit from the transfer to new surroundings, chill to pool ratio. His chill increased. But
it was like when New Orleans traded Jimmy Graham. You know, like
why?
Oregon just couldn't figure out how to really utilize Nambo properly, and he never reached his full potential. I think at this point, he'd be lucky to get this deal elsewhere. It's time to go ahead and just lock in a long-term max deal.
Might as well.
Good for him.
And, you know whoever his agent is, that person deserves a ring, too. It's a very big deal. Congratulations, Eric Nambo. He's off the market. Starting off here, if we can just dive a bit here into the dumpster diving. A lot of action this morning, and I have to, not a lot of starters, I would say. I don't think anyone that's picked up is starting except for AB picking up Wendell Smallwood. He has him at the RB2, so that's actually someone that actually got picked up on the waivers. Philly looks like they can run the ball now.
Did AB get him on waivers, or did he get him this morning? Do you know? What time does it say? Does it say 3:30 on the dot?
He added Darren McFadden at 5:49 a.m. and dropped Terrence West.
Yeah, that was free agency.
That was free agency.
That wasn't even.
He got Wayne Gallman and dropped Jamal Williams.
No, he got it
525.
He got it backwards. He picked up Jamal Williams probably. He didn't drop Jamal Williams. Did he?
He dropped Jamal Williams and added Wayne Gallman. Also, AB got Marquise Lee, dropped Marquise Lee, okay, and got a guy named Jaron Brown. Now, when I saw that, I saw a receiver, Jaron Brown from Arizona. I'm thinking John Brown, right? No, Jaron Brown looks pretty. Jaron Brown, Jaron Brown. It looks pretty good. He got 10.5 fantasy points, 8 catches, 105 yards last week. Hasn't scored below 7 points all season long. So there could be a new receiver out there in Arizona. I like that pickup. I like it. It's a good pickup.
I already made the mistake of picking up J.J. Nelson and getting all excited. I think John Brown, not Jaron Brown, is going to be back real soon. You never know what you're really going to get out of Fitzgerald. I mean, I don't know. Well, it's a crowded
it is.
Wide
They're going to spread the ball around now with no David Johnson. And week to week, you don't know who's going to be the leading wide receiver. Now, Larry Fitzgerald had the overtime winning game catch in the end zone last week for Arizona. So, like, Fitzgerald looks like he's still the number one despite his age. But you're kind of taking a lottery pick if you get anyone else in the receiving core for Arizona.
Absolutely.
You added Andre Ellington, running back for Arizona. What's your explanation for that? Are you going to play him?
I feel like he's precisely the same guy. I think I might actually end up playing him this week. I think he's precisely the same guy as Buck Allen.
Yeah.
Only he's trending upward and Buck Allen is trending down.
The whole Baltimore offense is trending down. Yeah.
The defense can't stay off the field. The offense can't get first downs. The whole thing, just as soon as I picked up Buck Allen, I mean, when I picked him up, their defense was looking solid. I thought that I was going to be getting the lead back on a okay team.
Yeah.
Not great, but a team that was going to win some games and, score some touchdowns occasionally. As soon as I pick up Buck Allen, dumpster fire. I mean, they played in London. I'm almost willing to give them a pass on that. It's like, okay, London games don't count. Bygones, right? And then they just shit the bed more of the same this week. I got 3 points out of Buck Allen or something. It's just like, dude, I'm
so down on the Baltimore offense right now. I picked up the Raiders defense to start in place of Broncos who are on their bye week. I think the Raiders defense, even though there's no Derek Carr, it could be a defensive game. The Baltimore offense is trending downwards. Back to AB, he had to drop Dalvin Cook, obviously, torn ACL out for the year. That's when he picked up Wendell Smallwood. He dropped the Falcons defense, picked up Jamal Williams, and dropped Jamal Williams for Wayne Gallman. So AB very active after losing Dalvin Cook.
You gotta be.
You got to make a lot of moves. You got to be the waiver hero this year or this week.
Definitely this week. I mean, after losing your best player, arguably.
Yeah.
I mean, Dalvin Cook, that was the best guy on that team. That kind of reminds me, has Nambo ever dropped our buddy Chris John? Who's the guy that
Chris
drafted
Johnson?
#1 overall?
Oh,
David Johnson?
Yeah, David Johnson.
Man, 4 weeks. Long time.
Still undefeated.
I already forgot the
Yeah,
guy's
David
name.
Johnson's on IR on Nambo's bench.
Dude, Nambo refuses to let go,
Yeah. Well, is there a chance he comes back by the end of the fantasy season and around playoffs?
And is productive and relevant. I mean, why would they bring him back? They're not going to be in playoff contention, more than likely. They're not that good. I don't know what the record is, but even if they were 3-1, which I don't think they are, I don't see them pulling off a playoff bid without this guy. So what, you're going to bring him in and just for what?
I don't know. If the season's over, it's like with Andrew Luck in Indy.
Yeah.
You're not going to win the AFC South. You're not going to get a wild card in the AFC. If Andrew Luck is healthy by week 9, week 10, you sit him. I think you try to trade him. Indy has done nothing to surround him with talent.
Just shut it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Jacoby Brissett is your starting quarterback. You're in trouble.
Yeah, get out of there.
Despite Brissett had a good game.
Well, it's just, you know what? Just let Jacoby Brissett finish the freaking season. I mean,
he played good last week, actually.
There's no use
Indy won.
in trotting out David Johnson for some meaningless games at the end of the year. And even if he does come back, it's not like he's going to be the workhorse, but you think he's in good enough shape to be getting 20 touches a game?
I don't know. It's a wrist injury, so he can still run.
But, well, yeah, I guess.
During recovery, it's not like
he's not going to be out of
injury.
shape. Yeah. Huh.
That's an interesting thing. I just don't. I think most people dropped him. But in this league, what's really weird is that we don't have it set up where if someone has a red IR next to their name, you should be able to have 2 bench spaces outside of the bench to put IR players. We don't have it in this league.
No.
I've seen it in other leagues where you could stash your guys on IR, but in this league, it's like, no, you have to drop him. Otherwise, he's burning a roster spot.
Yeah, I mean, and that would definitely change the draft quite a bit. That would make a draft pick like Andrew Luck make a little more sense.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I got to use those spots for something. I'll go ahead and gamble on some guys that might miss a few weeks and put them on IR. I mean, maybe that's something we can look into next
This
year.
way, though, you really have to give up a roster spot to keep players that are hurt, that you feel they're going to have value when and if they come back.
Yeah.
Other than that, for dumpster diving, I mean, AB getting Darren McFadden, who has 0 points all fantasy year, that really. Do you think is something going to happen to Zeke with this whole thing? With the
I kind of wondered. Maybe we should have checked the news because he was supposed to have an appeals thing, and I saw that too, and I wondered to myself, does AB know something
we don't know? That's
because
exactly what I was thinking.
At this point, it seems fairly obvious that Zeke, at the very least, will not have to answer for this year. It seems like through all the appeals and all this stuff, nothing's really going to come of it. I gave up on that. I stashed McFadden for a little while, and I finally had to give up. Hell, I drafted him in the 9th or 10th round. It wasn't a garbage pick. And, yeah, he hasn't seen the field.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see much here. I'm starting Deshaun Watson over Wentz. I picked up Watson. I'm a homer. So it's a biased decision.
I mean, he's definitely rosterable in every format. You gotta take your chances.
If he can get rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns, and I got his number one receiver
rushing
too.
Yards are so insanely valuable. Like
for quarterbacks.
Yeah, just imagine like even 30 rushing yards. Doesn't seem like much. And for a running back or something, that's nothing. But you tag that on top of a so-so quarterback day, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, if you would have had 16 points, but because you rushed for 30, now you have 19.
Yeah.
And that's just a couple yards.
Yeah.
If you can get one of those guys that can consistently give you like 30 or 40 rushing yards and maybe every other game give you a touchdown, that's a huge boost. That's like an average of an extra 5 points a game. So you can take kind of a bad quarterback and give him some rushing stats, and all of a sudden, from a fantasy perspective, they're fucking gold.
Yeah.
So, and especially if he's gonna be tossing touchdowns and stuff, and he could be really valuable. I like that he has a really high floor because of his ability to rush.
Yeah.
He'll always be able to get you 5 or 6 points just with his feet. So I don't hate the pickup.
Playing Kansas City, who's undefeated, they're 4-0. Sunday Night Football, Deshaun Watson versus Casey. But Kansas City has given up the second most yards to AFC wide receivers.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I blew my waiver position for Aaron Jones, which I'm not stoked about.
Yeah.
This wasn't a terrific week. Even though there's a lot of injuries, there's not a lot of clear-cut stud backups.
You're starting
to
Aaron
take
Jones.
over.
You got a few because
That's why I picked
You've got
him up.
Coleman and Devontae Freeman out on bye week in week 5.
Yeah, I needed a starter this week. I don't think Aaron Jones is a great long-term investment. It could turn out to be that way. You know, here's the thing about wide receivers. They're a bunch of sissies and divas. So, Ty Montgomery is a diva, and he's not coming back from this. They're not going to strap him up in a Kevlar vest, and he's going to go out there and tough it out. Screw that. He's a diva like every other wide receiver. He's going to stay at home and eat ice cream and, I don't know, pillow fight with his gal pals.
He's not Ron Dane, who played running back for the Texans with broken ribs.
Yeah, or I think
man.
Rob Kelly is currently playing with like a dislocated sternum or something.
He's fat. He's got the cushion. He's fine.
But I don't see I think it's realistic to think that Ty Montgomery will not recover from this injury, and he's not going to really play much this year.
Yeah.
Because having broken ribs is painful, and he's a fucking pussy-ass wide receiver.
Speaking of injuries, we're now going to go to our injury report. I hear we got a new doctor in the house.
Hey, man. I think a really bright young kid studied directly under Dr. Tony.
At the same hospital, generic hospital.
Yeah, both. He was a resident at generic hospital before he earned his doctorate or something like that. I don't know how
good
medical
find.
stuff works. But yeah, definitely a lot better than that weirdo last week. He had to go.
Let's not invite him back.
So, I mean, dude, it just goes to show when you wake up at 4 a.m. and you scour the waiver wire, you can find some good stuff. Let's pick this kid up off of waivers.
Sounds good. Here we go. The injury report with Dr. Bob.
Welcome to the injury report with Dr. Bob. I'm Dr. Bob. Chris Carson rolled awkwardly and broke his ankle Sunday night against the Colts. Backup Eddie Lacy remarked after the game, "It's always difficult to watch something like that, especially when it happens to the guy who does all your work for you." He then licked the residue of Cool Ranch Doritos from his fingers and said optimistically, "That McKissick guy seems solid, though." Derek Carr literally broke his back during Sunday's contest against the Broncos. The injury was a result of trauma sustained from carrying an overrated team for 14 quarters. Ty Montgomery fractured multiple ribs Thursday night while attempting to impersonate a running back. Odell Beckham Jr. dislocated his finger Sunday against the Buccaneers. Beckham insisted the injury was a fluke due to, quote, "trying to be fancy and use both hands."
All right. Thank you, Dr. Bob from Generic Hospital for the Week 5 injury report. In fact, we actually checked in on Dr. Tony to see how he was doing. And let's throw the graphic up there on screen.
Yeah, we got a little postcard.
It looks like he's having fun.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dr. Tony. We're probably not going to trade to get
It sort
you
of
back.
breaks your heart, you know, because it's like I want to see him happy, but at the same time, it's like to know he's moved on and he's found other friends that, you know, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Hey, Best of luck to you with Antifa, Dr. Tony. I'm sure you'll make an excellent injury reporter.
Yeah.
/ probably doctor. They probably want him to stitch up like shiv wounds and stuff.
Is he good with the eyes? They get like they get a lot of tear gas.
Well, yeah, he's on standby with chocolate milk to dump on their eyeballs. That's it.
Shut up! I'm a doctor.
We talked to him. He's actually not doing any injury reporting. He's mostly just pouring chocolate milk on eyeballs.
Yeah.
Is his main job. So, hey, he's happy, though.
In his medical
We're happy.
opinion, that works. It's actually, it does work with tear gas
Yeah.
or pepper spray.
A lot of broken haircuts over there with that group.
Dreadlocks, they come off so easily when you're fighting
Yeah.
white nationalists. It's something they should really take a look at.
Okay.
So,
well, all right. What were we doing?
we're doing
Boneheads?
Boneheads and Boner Jams, okay?
Okay.
Now, before we get into the Boner Jams,
Here it is. Boner Jams 03.
I just want to, if we look at the Boneheads, okay, who were we talking about beforehand that made a completely stupid? It's the trades. That's it.
Yeah.
It was Brett
it's a-
Ward and Trenton Kerrigan.
They're co-Boneheads of the week.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, and we were talking about this before the show, and I really want to make a statement, nip this in the bud. This whole, I made a trade, ooh, now I changed my mind. That is not in the Constitution. If you guys want to amend the Constitution with something along the lines of, there's going to be a 6-hour period where you can rescind the offer or something like that, then we can amend the Constitution. But as of now, once it's accepted, that's it. The only way to undo it is 6 votes. So I don't want to, and also this excuse that he like pocket accepted, I've never heard of such a thing.
From Trenton.
That's
Trenton.
How the fuck is that possible?
How is your app open in your pocket?
That doesn't make any sense. It's not like I can call someone by accident. Like I get
butt
that.
dial. You don't butt trade.
You don't butt accept a
Who
trade.
fucking butt trades?
That's not a
That's
thing.
never happened. Ever.
Dude, I don't even. It sounds like bullshit, honestly. But
maybe
whatever.
Trenton's ass wanted to get Kelvin Benjamin for Frank Gore.
I told him that was his one get out of jail free card. I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not comfortable with this. If this is something you guys think is something you want out of a league, let's amend the Constitution together. Otherwise, trades are final from now on. We had it happen twice this week. We had Brett and Trenton both back out of trades for various reasons, and I don't want to see that crap anymore. Also, Brett, don't offer me any trades. Indian giver.
You can send me a trade, Brett.
Renegotiator.
I kind of feel bad for Piero.
I was going to call him a renegger,
Dude,
but
I feel bad for Piero because both trades were with him. The Brett trade that I adamantly opposed, just for being a dick. No, other than
oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Maybe I'll edit this back into the first part. We talked about dumpster diving. We didn't talk about you for some reason leading the charge to have.
I didn't want OBJ being going to Piero.
Exactly. That's what pisses me off. Is it was obvious that it was really just about you and your fear of like Piero making his team better. Had nothing to do with anything being unfair.
So you think Doug Martin, Kelvin Benjamin, and Keenan Allen is worth OBJ and Mark Ingram?
Yeah.
I don't. I feel like
I don't think it's that bad.
I think if you would have, if Brett would have kept Mark Ingram, I would be fine with that.
Look, here's the
trade.
thing. The only reason to veto a trade, like the only reason, is if there's some combination of incompetence and normally that's what I'm looking for.
I can still voice my opinion and say I think this is a stupid trade. I think
it's
Brett's
different
giving up
between let me voice my opinion and hey everybody let's vote this down and not let this happen.
And then I presented my argument why I don't like the trade. And so that did nothing. Did it do anything?
And you're like, you would roster any of these guys. And you sounded like a dumbass along the way. You're like,
really?
Keenan Allen, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Who's Keenan Allen?
No, right?
That dude's garbage.
Kelvin Benjamin would have been dropped anyway. But I can voice my opinion on a trade. I can ask people to veto. Did that help? No. You know why that trade got vetoed? Brett woke up the next day and started texting people and telling them to veto the trade because of something completely different other than my argument. So
it's still annoying.
I tried.
You can't get trades vetoed because you personally don't like them.
Did
There
it
has
work?
to be some sort of exploitation going on or something. Did it work?
I was 50-60% trolling at that point. 40% serious. And about half's just trolling people. It didn't work, so what are you worried about?
You use that word. I don't think you know what it means.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess those are Boneheads are the two Boneheads.
Yeah, that backed out of their own fucking
trades.
trades. Don't listen to me on trades. Just don't listen to me.
Who's our boner
It's your
jam?
own-
Who are we boner
AB,
jamming over?
AB for getting up early.
AB and I think Piero too. AB and Piero I think both beat me to it. If you look at waivers, Piero is now like at the top of the waiver order.
Yeah.
So
Piero-
he woke up at the butt crack of dawn and beat me to waivers. Congratulations, guys. I'm so proud.
2 guys beat you to waivers.
I feel like a mama pigeon that's watching her birds fly for the first time and leave the nest, and I just it really warms my cockles.
That's so funny.
This is what I wanted.
We were
all
just
along.
talking about this last week about
Yeah.
like, so apparently you got to wake up at 5 a.m. to beat you on the
Hey.
waivers and have your way with it.
And it happened.
I was flying down 59 to work this morning, giving it like 6:15, 6:30, like just one-handed. I think the Raiders, and I got Severian Jenkins to tight end.
Yeah.
Because Brett got Brait. I wanted Brait to stream this week. With
I
Jordan
totally
Reed
would have
out.
picked up Smallwood. I like that addition.
You like that pick?
I totally would have picked him up if I woke up before AB. You son of a bitch! Like you got me, man.
Yeah,
Like,
boner jams,
You got
guys.
me, dude. Boner jam.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, or
Hey,
whatever.
man. Yeah, dude.
Imitation is a common form of flattery.
I think it's the best form of I don't know.
It's still.
It's a saying.
Yeah.
There's an idiom there
I-
somewhere.
We have a majority, not a majority, but we got a handful of people in this league willing to wake up early and try to get good pickups and make their team better.
Okay.
So
Let's wrap it. I'm starting to get sweaty.
it's
I
a
can
little-
imagine how you feel.
it's a little misty in here. All right.
Oh no.
Oh god
All right,
damn
I'll
it.
deal with this.
Luca, get out. Get out. No. You just hit the light. Out. All right.
Got a
So
little cameo
up next.
from his dog.
Up next, we got B-Dub's Bets. B-Dub, take it away.
Welcome back, compadres. Beat-Ups Bets, Week 5. It's a me, B-Dub. I make a debate. We're gonna kick it off real nice and smooth with our good buddy Paul Summers, aka Breeze Nuts, versus Preston P-Mac McDonald when the Le'Veon breaks. Paul, you got trouble, sir. Looking at your team makes me wanna cry a little cry, makes me wanna tear a little tear. It ain't even gonna be easy breezy for you this week. He's on bye. I don't know what you're gonna do, buddy. But Preston has the top 2 fucking backs in the entire league. Holy shit. That makes me want to cry too. He's unstoppable at this point. P-Mac, I speak for the entire league when I say, fuck you! Fucking Manuel crosses up in this bitch. That one's for you, Titan Slug. Getting real high tech up in Vito's Bets, week number 5. Rolling along. We got More Than a Thielen, aka Ty, versus too many cooks. Actually, one less cook in that motherfucking kitchen, if you will, Elias Boyd Nelson. And did anybody know that Tyler is 4-0? Oh wait, we all fucking do, because he never shuts the fuck up about it. But I think he's going to be 5-0 after this week. We got one less cook in the kitchen. AB's playing Russell Nilsson, the garbage time hero, putting up points when the game's already fucking done. Russell, you ain't going to fucking pull that shit off again this week. TDP takes it home. He's going to be 5-0. God, somebody just beat this motherfucker already. Maybe this will make those bastards start editing my shit for me. I ain't got time to edit, boys. I'm a fucking star. Next up, we got the H-Time Dime, Piero Preto versus Reagan Michaels, Tom Underdog. Let's wait and see what fucking Tom Underdog changes his team name tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be as invigorating as all the other ones that he's come up with. So, Piero's got troubles this week. I mean, his team's kind of fizzling out, you know, like a fucking flat soda. I don't know who he's going to play for quarterback. He's holding on to Andrew Luck. He's got fucking Marcus Mariota limping around out there if he even plays. But interesting appearance by Doug Martin. We'll see how that motherfucker does. And I still think Brady's going to take it home. His team looks pretty fucking solid. You know, I mean, that's all I fucking got for this one. Reagan takes it. Piero's team is going to crumble like the soft little fucking cookie it is. And then we got Eric Nambo, Cinderella story of the league. The dude just doesn't give a fuck. He just keeps on winning and spinning out these fucking dubs. I don't know how he does it. His team looks like complete buff garbage. I do like Zach Ertz, and I have an unfair bias towards Dak. But we got Rob Freeman Costabuco 5, kicking it all the way back to 2010 with the Team America reference. Way to go, Rob. Looking pretty solid as always, except for he's playing Buck Allen and Jermaine Kearse. I mean, holy shit. This team is fucking straight out of the fucking All-Stars, except for those two. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do to replace those bitches. Seems like he's a little shallow. It's kind of like a puddle, but he's taking home the dub. Please, somebody beat Nambo and Tyler this week. Can't have anybody else undefeated. As always, we're saving the best for last. It's me, Dr. Beckham, and Mr. Hyde, taking on Bailey for MVP. Even though you already dropped Bailey, Trenton, you gotta change your team name, dog. And as much as I love my Dallas Cowboys, I don't think it's a bright idea to play our defense against Aaron and the Green Bay Packers, Bob. I think I'm gonna take out Mr. Trenton this week. Back in the dubs, baby. And it feels so good to fucking win 3 straight, motherfucker. I'm coming for Rob. I'm coming for Tyler. I'm coming for all you boners. You know what's up. I'm fucking sleepy. I'm going to bed. It's B-Dubs Bads. That is week number 5. And that concludes the broadcast.
All right, thank you, B-Dub, for your picks this week. That concludes week 5. I'm Ty, he's Slob. Go to tyandSlob.com for more information. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and congratulations to Nambo on getting married. We'll see you next week. Peace!
Ty and Slob now in syndication.